going on, YouTube? Today we are going to be cleaning out my garage so I can like start doing a little bit more fun stuff, like working on my bikes and stuff, because in the past like year I've just kind of let this thing like become, it looks like a hoarder. I mean, I guess I am kind of a hoarder, so it makes sense, but like there's bikes and there's parts and there's tools and there's junk that shouldn't be in here, and it's my own fault. I've let it get bad. So, but today we're going to start working on it. I don't know if I'll be able to get it all done today, but first we're going to start by moving out some of these bikes. So I have like some room to work here. Most of these bikes are pretty good. Like the 250 right here, she runs. My ZX14 runs. That runs. The 100. Black bike needs a rebuilt. That's my old 250 that has some issues. But I want to be able to work on all this stuff so I can so we can use it more during the summer like I can't right now. And most stuff is pretty minor, but we're going to move everything out, clean, organize everything back in here, and then we'll be able to work on stuff and do some bigger projects. And hopefully it goes halfway decent. I'm going to have to throw away a bunch of stuff, which I hate doing, but it needs to be done. So let's get started. So, got the bikes outside. Well, some of them. There's still 3 right there, just kind of piled together. Oh wow, I really need to take care of stuff better. But anyways, I got all the bikes moved out. I think now I'm going to use what space I have to just pick up all the trash, junk, basically organize this whole area. And then I'll move these bikes back into the organized area, clean around them, and then I think that black ZX14, since it needs rebuilt, is going to be more far back in the back corner because I won't have time for that quite yet. And then probably my old 250, we'll put that back there, put a wheel back on it so I can roll it. The 100 just got rebuilt. We need to do a few things and get a break-in on that. But then yeah, I'll pick up all this stuff and yeah, probably start hopefully putting some stuff back together. Well, yeah, I'm going to start picking up trash first, I think, because there is a lot of stuff that needs thrown away. Quick tip for anyone that does or has animals, these feed bags work like 10 times better than like trash bags because they don't rip easy, and it's kind of like recycling. So I save all the all these bags from our chicken and our dog food. Heck, they'll even cover up windows for you that get broken out. But yeah, awesome trash bags. I probably should have just brought the whole dumpster up here, but now that all the bikes are in the way, I'm not going to move them again. So this bag it is. I'm going to start picking some crap up. In the process of editing this video, I just found it funny just watching it back, like how long it took me. I was like cleaning and doing all this stuff, and how nothing changed. I'm picking up a bunch of trash and filling his trash bag, but from the start of the video to the end of it, it looks like I did nothing. And I kind of found that funny because it seems like I did a lot of work. So a problem I run into a lot when I'm cleaning is I see use in everything. So there's a table and some chairs there. I haven't seen that table or even thought about using it in probably 2 years. But in my head I'm like, oh, it's still a good table, I need to keep it. And it just every little thing that I go through, unless it's just obviously trash, I'm like that with. It'd be so easy if I could be oh, just get rid of it. But I think a lot of people, have similar issues, when it comes to getting rid of stuff. Because, that's still a good table and chairs, but it's just I haven't used it. I'm not going to use it. But in my head, I'm like, well, you can't just get rid of it because it's a good table and chairs. But just thinking like that, gets me to collect all this junk, and it doesn't allow me to work on the stuff that actually means something to me. So when I'm cleaning, I really have to get in the mindset of you haven't used this in this long, you just have to get rid of it. So when I'm doing stuff like that, it's just super hard, and I won't film all of it because a lot of it's just me standing there will I use this? Can I use this or anything? But yeah, I'm getting some oil emptied into some other buckets, moving some stuff. Got to throw a bunch of stuff away, but we're getting along. Like I said, hopefully I can clear out all this stuff. I'll move some of these bikes back clean there, put them back in their spots. Then it'll be easier to kind of do the organizing aspect of it. So in the process of trying to clean up a mess, I think I may have created a bigger mess, but things, I guess, got to get worse before they get any better. We got my old 250 out. This was pretty much, it's my second bike, but I mean, this bike and I, oh boy, the stuff we've been through. When we start working on her to get her going again, I'll tell some stories of, we had some crazy times. But got a space cleaned out right here. I think I want to put the ZX14 since I won't be working on it for a while. But I have a bunch of bike parts, and I think I'm going to build a shelf under here real quick just to put all my bike parts up so they're not getting stepped on and stuff, because I got like a lot of fairings and stuff. It'll be nice to get that stuff up off the ground, and it shouldn't take me too much, and I should have all the material, and I'll just really help getting stuff off the ground and out of my way for now. So I think that's what I'm going to work on next. Organize some stuff and then keep throwing away stuff. Okay, so I got the platform for my shelf built. I just need to kind of figure out a way with one person to kind of put it up there and get it all screwed in. And this is going to make a lot of people angry how I did this. They're going to be like, oh, it's not the right way to do it. You shouldn't have done it like that. That's just sloppy. You're right. I get that. But just be thankful I didn't use drywall screws. And it's not because like I didn't want to, because I kind of wanted to. I just couldn't find them. So I had to use more expensive screws. So, I mean, it'll work. But just don't get too upset about it. So when I first started trying to hang this shelf, it was a struggle trying to do it with one person. So I started measuring to put screws in to help hold the shelf. And it kind of worked. But luckily my wife arrived and was able to help me hold it up. Because, yeah, this was a pain. And like I said, nothing was really built correctly. So having her holding it up while I just kind of pieced everything together for sure helped out a lot. So thankfully, my wife showed up to help me hold that shelf. And it's up, like I said. I mean, it's not pretty, but just for putting some parts on and a few other things, it'll work. And like I said, just be thankful I didn't use drywall screws, because that's what my first intentions were. So yeah, got a shelf, put some parts. It's not like I'm putting thousands of pounds up here. I'll keep it pretty light. And yeah, so I'm gonna load that up, then we'll move the 14 over. I just want to say that even though that one's all taken apart, this looks pretty sick together. Well, first gen ZX14 versus second gen front end. Given that one, like I said, it's missing its fairings and stuff, but now just to get that one turned around, pushed back in the garage. Whew! So it's getting a little bit later. We got the bikes in. Well, those three. Because this one's going to take the longest to work on, probably second longest. That one shouldn't need too much, and it fits there pretty good. But we had to move some stuff around out here a little bit. But since the trash comes tomorrow, we are going to wheel the trash can up here and just start throwing away a bunch of stuff. So hopefully they'll pick that up tomorrow. And then apparently this trash schedule is supposed to change. So we're going to hopefully catch it again on Monday. But yeah, I'm just going to start throwing away a bunch of stuff. Fill up that trash can. Get the rest of the bikes in for the night. It's getting a little dark out. It's about dinner time. So I just kind of want to finish up for the night. So we'll see you here in a second. Whew, so that's going to be it for the night. Got all the bikes inside and safe. It was not easy getting everything inside with all the other junk in here. I mean, in all fairness, it's not easy getting them inside as it is. But anyways, we'll get back at it tomorrow. What's going on, everybody? It's the next day for the garage clean. Well, not really the next day. I kind of got sick, and so it's been actually a couple days, but we're back at it. I got all the bikes moved out already. Gee, I got a lot of shit. But so today I'm going to work on pretty much just organizing, getting everything off the garage floor, and just kind of up in. I've got cabinets where I can put chemicals and my oils and stuff like that. The shelf where I can put bike parts. Just try to organize to where I can hopefully do some stuff. So I'm going to get started on that. This part of the video I had to speed up a lot. It took forever for me to sort through kind of all this stuff and just kind of find a home for it. but this was a big part. Just a majority of some of the big stuff finally getting put away in its home where it was going to stay for a while. The amount of just random, like, truck parts and car parts and, like, body parts for stuff I have is just, like, unreal. Like, that's the stuff I have hard times getting rid of, is, like, just stuff I know, like my or Brooks truck's fender flares. There's car parts, there's snowmobile parts, there's ATV parts. There's just like so much random stuff, and I'm just like, oh, I can't get rid of that, even though, well, I'm not going to get rid of it just because, like, it's useful to me at some point in time, I'm sure. But gee whiz, trying to go through all this stuff is like, might have some problems. But we're getting a lot of stuff moved out of the way. I'm making a big old pile of stuff. Need to throw that in the trash. Even though the trash lords just came, so our trash can's gonna be filled up again. Yeah, we're gonna start making some headway. I'm gonna finish picking up some knickknacks, stuff like that, and then get back to kind of when I'm more at like organizing my tools and stuff. So quick little story time. I was going through a bunch of my fishing stuff and putting up some old poles I don't really use anymore. But I was going through some stuff and I came across my first fishing pole. This is an old Zebco. And it's called, it was a little kid's pole, so I don't know if you can see it, but it says Danny Dinosaur on the side. Now I remember I was a little kid, my grandpa was making fun of me for it for some reason. He bought it for me, but he was making fun of the Danny Dinosaur. And I was so mad, I remember I grabbed his fishing pole and it had a duck or something on it. So I grabbed my Sharpie and I was trying to write dummy duck on his fishing pole. And I was little and I couldn't spell, of course. So the funny part is I had to ask my grandpa how to spell dummy so I could write dummy duck on his fishing pole. And looking back at it, I just think that's the most funny thing. Like a little kid, I'm trying to spell dummy and I can't. So I have to ask him to spell it for me so I can write it on his fishing pole. But anyway, that's just a funny story I wanted to share with you guys. But yeah, picking up all my fishing poles. I'm pretty close to just organizing tools now. So when I hop on that, I'll let you know. So I'm at the point now where it's just time to organize tools. I just kind of piled everything pretty much here, all my tools, as I was picking stuff up. And then there's some random stuff up there too, but this is pretty much the last part. Everything else in here is probably about as good as it's going to get. I'll probably put those somewhere. But so yeah, I just basically need to take all this stuff off the box and then put it in the box, organized. And before you make fun of me, I guess this is technically my toolbox now, but this used to be my wife's toolbox. What do they call this? This is the pink box, the original. So she does auto body work, and when I got out of the automotive trade, my box came here, and anyways, she ended up having a lot more tools doing auto body and stuff like that, so we switched toolboxes. So now I have the smaller toolbox, since I don't use my tools every day like she does, and she has a larger toolbox now. So just in case you're wondering, I didn't pick the pink box, but it is mine now. So I'm gonna get organizing. So that went pretty good. I got most of all the loose tools in the toolbox, kind of where they should go. One thing I might clear that off and maybe build a shelf up here so I can put chargers for my like electric tools, and then a place to put, like, you know, my socket sets, you know, some of those specialty ones, my jump boxes, you know, just a few other like specialized tools that really don't fit in the box. So I might just build a shelf there, kind of put some stuff there, and then maybe the tools I don't use a whole lot I'll put up there with some of the other stuff. But yeah, not too bad. That went actually pretty quick. I'm dreading kind of cleaning off that because that's just like a bunch of junk and I really don't want to mess with it, but it needs to be done. So yeah, I think I'm gonna try to figure out something here. Just something to get some stuff off the ground and off the toolbox. It should make some more room. Yeah, I'll get back to you when I'm done with that. Alright guys, I got the shelf built. I put some stuff up there. I got most of the rest of the garage clean. It's not too bad. It'll never be super good because I have so many bikes. I don't know if I love where that stuff sits, but it's clean enough that I can pull a bike out, work on the ones I need to, small stuff like that, and I can get to my toolbox. Everything's organized. I wanted to thank everyone for who all stayed tuned for that. That was a boring video, but I appreciate everyone who stopped in. Please leaving a comment. We'll start working on some bikes and doing some other stuff, so that should be a lot more exciting. We'll have some fun with that. But anyways, like, subscribe, and I will see y'all next time.